segment, the way that Cena, just the facial expressions and the way that he walked to the ring, I mean, everything. I mean, it was the type of stuff that you couldn't change the channel because you didn't know what the Nexus was going to do or what John Cena was going to do. You could not change it. I wanted to go back to Monday Night Football, flip back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because they had me so tuned in to see how is John Cena going to go about this? Is he gonna join them? Is he gonna attack them? They just had me tuned in, and it just reminded me of the days back when where they just had you couldn't change the channel. You couldn't change the channel, and that opening segment went for, I think, 31 minutes, 32 minutes. I know there was a commercial break in between, but unbelievable. Just awesome, awesome stuff from John Cena. And how often do we say that? You know what I mean? John Cena, corny promos, this and that. That was...
I've been giving the man some credit the past few weeks, man. I said, I don't even like John Cena, but he's been doing a pretty damn good job, man.
Well, like you said, man, I mean, you gave the early comparison to Hulk Hogan, and I know it seems crazy to compare Hulk Hogan to John Cena at this stage in their career, and we're not comparing, legendary matches. Or, I mean, listen, Hulk Hogan is, 70 years old or something like that? Getting up there, right? Guy can barely walk, right? But then we've got, John Cena, who is... Already at a very young age. I mean, what is he? 30, 35?
Something like that, yeah.
At
5 moves of doom, baby.
Yeah, at a young age, and has people crying, has kids crying when he loses. I mean, that is the best way to tell a crowd reaction, you know what?
when people are actually crying for you, hell yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, they had kids in that audience, and even grown-up men and grown-up mothers with just shocked looks on their faces, like, oh my God, what are we going to do now? John Cena is in the Nexus. You know what I mean? I mean, it was just, you haven't seen that. When's the last time you've seen that? It's been
Hulk Hogan joining the NWO.
Right, where everybody was just like, oh my God. So that's the comparison that we're making, or at least that I'm making, between Cena and Hogan, you know?
Mm-hmm. Definitely, I agree with you 100%, my man.
What else happened on Raw? We had a Divas match. We actually had 2 Divas matches on Raw.
Wow, I never thought I'd see the day.
No, we had it.
Skipping over to get to the Divas match. Wow.
What'd I skip?
You skipped the Tarver match. The Tarver and Cena.
Oh, I did. You're right.
You're too much into Natalia, man. I mean, jeez.
No, this Natalia thing from our run, right? It's carried over. Yeah, right.
You get your engine running or something.
Yeah, so we had... I skipped... Good God. I skipped a lot.
I know. I was like, wow, we were just talking about this. Now we're at Divas.
Yeah. We, Evan Bourne and Mark Henry came out, and GM set this up? No.
No. Didn't Nexus set it up?
Nexus set it up, and so we've got Evan Bourne and Mark Henry against John Cena and Michael Tarver. We had John Cena did the handshake with Evan Bourne before the match, and then the basic gist of this was John Cena wouldn't tag in. Every time, Tarver came over to make a tag, would not tag. So that was that. And then they set up a stipulation. You know what? We're not going to run through. We're just gonna go. You know what I mean? From spot.
Yeah.
I hate running through because it seems like it's so boring. But the basic gist of it was Cena wouldn't tag in, and then the GM rang in later in the night and told Cena basically that Nexus is a group, and you have got to oblige with whatever Wade Barrett tells you or whatever they tell you to do. And then they had that, who was it? Josh Matthews was backstage and did a backstage segment with John Cena where he's all down. Basically said, I don't want to lose my job. I gotta be in the Nexus. I've got nothing else. And, that was that. And then they had, Husky Harris was in the back. They were about to attack him in a hallway, and when he ran into the room, the Nexus was there. That was all very good stuff. I mean, everything on Raw last night was pretty good, man.
Like I said, I was kind of tuning in and out, so I mean, but everything I saw, man, I was pretty impressed with. I mean,
one thing I didn't understand, bro, is Daniel Bryan defeated Sheamus, okay, and he defeated him by DQ. But why is Sheamus okay, Sheamus, who is coming from main event storylines, right?
Fight Daniel Bryan.
Why is he in a match? And it just seems so weird when he came out that we're going to see a match between Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. You know, I mean, Sheamus, we're just so used to seeing Sheamus in the title picture. And to put him in a mid-card match with Daniel Bryan just seemed way out of place, you know? and then it was like complete destruction of Daniel Bryan with the knees to the heads. He just came in to the knees to the head. Sheamus came in and just over and over and over, and that was that. And this is a guy, Daniel Bryan, who's got the U.S. title. So why not have him defend the title against, why Sheamus? It just didn't make sense.
Yeah, it really didn't.
And that seem out of place or no?
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I'm just asking people in the chat room. Didn't that seem a little bit out of place? You know what I mean? To have Daniel Bryan and Sheamus in there.
Sheamus.
I mean, it was just
especially. It didn't. I mean, what did Sheamus? You know what I mean? What did that really have to do for Sheamus? You know what I mean? It didn't really do nothing for the man.
Right, and it just did Daniel Bryan.
Sure as hell didn't do nothing for Daniel Bryan.
Well, what the hell did Daniel Bryan do to win the title? And then come out and be absolutely jobbed out to.
I was just about to say.
I mean, I've said it before, man. There are other people that you can use in that role. I guess it was just to get Sheamus over as this monster heel that doesn't give a shit about
monster mayonnaise.
Monster mayonnaise, whatever you want to call him. You know what I mean? That just doesn't. I don't know, man. What you think about? We've got to talk about this, man.
What's that?
Michael Cole, Edge, and The Miz.
And the I thought you were going to say the robot.
No, this was unbelievable, man. I know, and let me go back to the chat room. I know that a lot of people dislike Michael Cole, okay? I know that a lot of you can't stand the guy, probably for his commentary, this and that. Give the man credit. Last night, Michael Cole played the role of heel to a fucking T. He was amazing in that role, man. He was absolutely amazing in his heel role. And then, as I'm thinking, Michael Cole as being Raw general manager
makes sense.
Yeah,
well, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, but that's how WWE is, though. You know, I mean, they just brought Paul Bear back from getting cemented in. You know what I'm saying?
He said coal miners. That's right. Look at people in the chat. The coal miners. He said something like, and my coal miners that stand behind me know this and that. I'm like, oh, no.
My coal miners. That's good. That is.
It was. I'm telling you, the in-ring segment last night between Edge, Miz, and Michael Cole was just awesome. And I don't think. Here's the thing: they are trying to get Michael Cole over as a heelish announcer in WWE. And I think
make him like the Brain.
Right, and this is their way of doing that, which leads me to believe that. Well, what are you going to do on Raw commentary? Let's be honest. Jim Ross isn't coming back. Okay, Jim Ross isn't coming back. You need Michael Cole on commentary. That's
Jerry Lawler sucks.
That is their next best guy on commentary. Whether as much as I hate to admit it, and you guys probably do too, that is their next best guy on commentary. Stryker is okay, but do you know that there was a backstage story in real life that we haven't posted on the website? Jerry Lawler and Matt Stryker do not get along in the least bit. Least bit. And this is not just on the announce booth. This is backstage. This is real life.
Real hatred.
They do not like each other.
Goddamn.
They are not going, well, you know, and that would be typical of Vince McMahon. That'd be a Vince McMahon to do. You know, knowing that these guys hate each other. So you know what? Monday Night Raw.
Together.
It's just together. You know what I mean?
That's gold, though. That is gold, though, you know?
Well, Stryker.
You put you guys that hate each other together.
Stryker is. You know what? I can't figure Stryker out. I love him for his history. Okay, he does his homework, but he. Oh man, what's the word I'm looking for here? What is the word I'm looking for? He just needs to know when to say enough is enough. And I know that a lot of that stuff is coming through the headset. But it's just, I can't figure. He's a good announcer. He's a great announcer. Okay, I love him. I don't love him, but he's great at that. I love him as an announcer. Okay, I love him as an announcer. Okay.
He said, I love him. I just love him. You're a mark for him. Not playing. No. Bring back Joey Styles.
Yeah, there you go, Joey Styles. But Vince McMahon isn't a big fan of him, of his work. You know what I mean? So I just don't see Michael Cole as being the GM. But this is a way to get him over as a more heelish announcer. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah. So it's working.
What else?
So what else? Back to we'll continue on with the Cole segment here. We had Edge came out and basically said that Cole says something like, what you did last week attacking the computer was stupid, and Edge says that you define stupid and this and that. Eventually Miz comes out, and they just got, this was all top to bottom, just awesome stuff.
Oh, definitely.
As Miz's mic work in recent weeks, unbelievable, man. Edge, always gold on the mic, you know?
Yep, definitely.
Just gold. And then I guess we'll talk about the main event, and then we'll move on to maybe live phone calls. I'm not sure. I actually might have to check that. But, yeah. Anyways. All right. So the main event of Monday Night Raw, 20-man Battle Royal. What'd you think of this, man?
I thought it was pretty good. Like I said, man, that whole John Cena and Wade Barrett thing, man, I think that's real good. And I thought it was a good ending. I thought John Cena getting out of the ring, everybody thought, Cena was going to eliminate Barrett, but, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the way they did that, okay, they started at the beginning of the show. They had this mopey John Cena, right? And then he was the John Cena that doesn't give a crap. And then he was back to being the mopey John Cena. And then at the end, he was the mopey John Cena. But you know what? He walked out of the ring, walked to the back, and next week, people are going to be thinking... People are
going to tune in to see what's John Cena going to do.
What is John Cena going to do? Exactly. What is John Cena going to do? And that is what you want. You want to leave people, and we don't see this that often, where they do a major angle at the end of the show and leave you hanging until next week. And there's a reason why they did this, because obviously we had, a 2.7 rating last week and a 2.8 rating the week before, I believe it was. And we're back up to a 3.3 this week. So that's good news. But it's all a ratings ploy, basically. They got nervous, man. They got nervous when they saw 2.7, 2.8, even being a tape show.
They stepped their game up.
Oh, yeah, step their game up. And that's what happens. When ratings are down, they step their game up.
Oh, definitely. It's funny though. They went to something that they weren't even considering a couple months ago, and that's the whole Cena heel turn.
Oh, I know, and now it's at least being considered. I don't think they're going to do it. I know you do, and it'll be interesting, man. We'll see who's right. In the end,
I think you got to change him.
You think?
His character, ask pretty much anybody in the chat. Out of the people that are in there, I'd say 78 of the 80 people in the chat right now would say turn the man heel, because his character is just, like we say, it's corny. It's corny, man.
Well, they say that, but who, okay, let's say this. Let's say after this storyline is over, is John Cena a heel or a face? And I'm not asking what your opinion is. I'm asking for facts. So is he going to be a heel or a face after this is over? I'll let you guys decide. And we'll watch the chat. We'll just watch.
Let's watch it. Heel.
Face.
Heel.
A couple faces, more faces, heels. Yeah. Fired.
Bag.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right, that's enough. Anyways. No, we'll have to wait and see. It'll be interesting. And you know what? It's got people tuned in to see where this is going to go, what Cena's going to do. And John Cena is their top star, and they are basically